For the first time in 2 years, road cyclists lit up the urban jungle that is Johannesburg recently when a day of Criterium racing was held at Melrose Arch. There were races for all age groups, from primary school children right up to the 50-plus vets, and they tested themselves and each other around a tight, spectator-friendly course laid out in the Melrose Arch precinct. The event's main sponsor was Ridgeline Consulting.
A big part of us getting involved with the Melrose Arch Criterium is the fact that as a company specializing in behavioral consulting, we're passionate about exploring performance. And for us, this is exactly what the Melrose Arch Crit is about. Exploring the performance of the athletes, of the sponsors, and how we can bring families together in a racing environment. The key to this kind of racing is definitely development, and we see that South Africans who go and race in Europe rely on the bike handling skills, the speed, the acceleration, everything that Criterium racing teaches you. And so we want to build the potential in our young racers, in our development riders, and the guys that are wanting to go and race in Europe. We're hoping to get involved into next year, 2020 as well, and see how we can turn the Melrose Arch Crit into a national Criterium series.
We embarked on this journey in 2017, and obviously without considering the amount of costs that go into putting something like this together. We skipped in 2018, and in 2019 we were approached by the Brand Factory, and with them and what they have in mind in terms of growing the sport, getting it commercialized, getting sponsors involved, we decided that it would be a great partnership and be a great opportunity for us to host the Crit again.
I think the Crit is really cool. Crit racing is the bread and butter of racing. It's somewhere where you're going to harness skills that you're not going to get in the road racing, and that is definitely stop-starting, cornering, all that type of stuff. It is needed. It's a big lack that we have in South Africa. If you look internationally, most of the international racing is Crit racing only. There is very few road races compared to what there is Crit racing, and that is because it is a controlled environment. It is better for the riders. It is easier for the organizers to handle and to maintain.
So I'm one of the founding members of the National Cycling Academies Forum. The National Cycling Academies Forum is a body that has been established to transform and look at ways to collaborate so that there are opportunities and access into the sport of cycling that were not available in the past, especially in the previously disadvantaged areas. We understand that the sport of cycling has been very white-centric, and our aim is to change most of this misconception. So what we plan to do is, at the moment, try and get as many associations, as many clubs, as many academies to affiliate with the National Cycling Academies Forum, so that we can go through to the National Federation and affiliate with them, so that we are able to address and transform the issues that are affecting the sustainability and growing the sport in the townships and rural areas.
The Brand Factory have been involved in a number of cycling events like the Panorama Tour and the Tour of Limpopo. There is little doubt that there is a desire and willingness to race among previously disadvantaged riders, and initiatives such as this can only help. But as former World Tour pro Songezo Jim explains, there is still a long way to go.
We face, as a development club, we face a lot of challenges, with being able to take the keys to all the races because of all of the funding, due to funding, so we don't have a sponsor at the moment. And then we have equipment breaking all the time and stuff like this that we can't be able to fix. And also, there is so much that's happening as well at where we're from, with drugs and crime and stuff like that. So those are the things we have to make sure that our kids, we try to keep them away from those kind of stuff. So that is our main purpose, to keep these academies going.
One of the strategies that we want to do is to introduce cycling into schools. So we believe that, the government has 16 sporting codes that they support, and cycling is not one of them. We believe that this is quite a blind side, because at the moment, fitness, wellness has become one of the most important elements of lifestyle. So we believe that if cycling can be introduced at grassroots level, all of these challenges around underrepresentation, all of these challenges around access can be addressed, because we believe that once the youth start seeing themselves in the sport, it will be very easy to unearth new talent. Training accessibility for these guys has also become quite an issue because they never know where to go to. Training of coaches, so that even if you find someone that is talented, you don't have the right skills from the right coaches to kind of impart what is needed.
Like racing such races here, meeting these new people, seeing proper fast people, it actually helps me to see how far I can go and actually test my limits and actually how much I can go. And it actually makes me feel much fitter and makes me to go back home, train more and actually become a better rider.
Yeah, this is one huge experience for me because I'm riding with top guys in South Africa, riders that come from Europe, and yeah, it's a lot of experience for me.
Racing with and against top riders will certainly benefit the next generation. But there is so much more that goes into making it as a professional racer. Preparation, correct nutrition and training being just a few of the key game changers. A day like this at Melrose Arch gave all the riders a chance to learn from each other and expose them to world-class scientific training techniques and technology, as Steve Saunders from Performance Through Science explains.
PTS all about development and helping riders get better, and Criterium Racing, you can't get better than that, as an opportunity to bring people together, get the skill levels up of the riders, but also it's a visual feast for those watching. And I've watched 10, 15 races so far. Every single race, small numbers, high quality racing. It's absolutely incredible, and you can see in the background, everyone having to do their warm-ups properly, make sure they're ready because the racing's proper, and it just fits within our brand imagery. It's all about support, it's about development. We try to make people faster, we try to make them better. Criterium, perfect place to practice it all.
I think it's definitely a place for the crit to grow to a national level, especially this crit. Obviously there's a great vibe involved and awesome people running around, lots of spectators. It's good spectator value, and I think it doesn't matter where you go in the country, you'll get the spectators if there is good spectator value.
So we believe that events like what we have done today, the concept of what we created today, covers quite a lot that is needed in developing the skill of cycling. You find that in the country there is a lot of mountain biking that happens, but not a lot of road racing that happens. With Criterium Racing, it's very new in the country, but you find that you get to maximize the skill base of what cycling is about, because the concept of Criterium is that it is in an enclosed space with very fast straights, lots of cornering, lots of acceleration, which are the skills that you need for developing young riders. So today we have tried to include as many categories as possible to accommodate the schools, to accommodate new riders, to accommodate elite riders or professional riders.
The elite women's race was won by Paris Edwards, with Team Demicon rider Heidi Dalton in second place. SA Age Group champion and Team Token rider Desiree Foyen was third. The 45-minute elite men's race came down to a two-up sprint decided on the last corner, where Enza rider Stephen van Heerden, who'd crashed heavily earlier in the race, outsprinted Josh van Veek of Office Guru to take the win. Andrew Edwards rounded off the podium.